Trailers are the best because it's sort of this concoction that's meticulously put together to try and captivate the audience into going to see the full-length film. As a viewer, it's a risk, a gamble even, a rush, but maybe, just maybe, it'll pay off in the end. And with a careful and well-trained eye, you might be able to spot the elements that tell you if a film is good or not. But I suppose that depends on the person's perspective, not the film itself.
Hi all, welcome back to Old Soul Podcast. My name is Bree, that's spelled B-R-E-I, thanks so much. Today I will be doing a captivating trailer series. I just hope that this also gets the film out there because I was talking to a family member who had stated that they really never see film trailers anymore, so they never know what's being released. And unless you're someone who goes to the movies a lot or watches a lot of shows and stuff like this is being marketed to you based on your algorithm and things like that, you wouldn't really know. So I do think that this series is important, but obviously there's going to be films that you might find important that I don't, or interesting that I don't. And again, this is solely me sort of rehashing the trailer and going based off of that to decide if I'm going to go see the movie. And I will be going to see all these movies. There are two films that I am worried about, like limited releases or very little showtimes for them, just because they kind of seem like they might be a little bit indie, and sometimes those films are not always in the theaters as long as. So the first film that I'm excited about seeing is the sequel, Ready or Not 2, Here I Come. It's going to be released this year, 2026, with a rating of R and a runtime of 1 hour and 48 minutes. So this is, again, a sequel to the original film in which the main leading actress had to survive, basically until a set time, a family of really rich, wealthy people who had basically sold themselves to, like, the devil, and they're part of some cult, and she was going to be their sacrifice so they could continue to, like, be wealthy or whatever, and I guess if she lived, she would be able to be a part of the family or something crazy like that, or she won a bunch of riches. Okay, cool. But the reason why she was in that house in the first place is because she was supposed to be getting, like, to know the family because her fiance, like her newly fiance was going to be introducing her, and that obviously went terribly. There's a lot of gore and violence, but it was really entertaining. And of course, the leading actress has like this iconic scream, and she's definitely a modern age scream queen, I would say. And so the second one is basically a spin-off of that, but she's having to run from a bunch of really rich families. There's more than one family, and she's gonna win like a ton more money, like, and a ton more access to stuff. But they again seem to be similar in that they're like a cult or something, and this time they threaten her by bringing in her sister, who maybe is a distant relative or a foster relative or something like that, because I seem to recall her not really mentioning her family in the first film, like she wasn't close to them or she didn't really have any. So it's going to be interesting to understand their dynamic, and just in the trailers it seems like they're going to give us a lot of dark humor with their like bickering and the like insane situation that they're in, and it's very traumatic obviously, and it seems like the main leading actress goes from that first incident from the first film straight into this one. So she doesn't really seem to have much of a break, which is really sad. But I'm looking forward to the film. It does, again, seem like there's going to be a lot of guts and gore and violence, but it also seems like it'll be a lot of action, and I hope that she wins in the end, and I hope that this is it and they don't make her go through this again. The next film that I'm interested in seeing is God Is. It's going to be released in 2026 with a rating of R, 1 hour and 39 minutes. And it's about two sisters who are seeking revenge against this man who seems to be their father, or just some like father figure that they used to have when they were children. This man has done really terrible things. He seems to be like a huge villain, a menace to society, and especially to women. It seems that he set a house on fire that these two young girls were in with their mother, and he just sort of left them there. One of the sisters has really obvious and severe scarring, like burn scars, and the mother seems to be like disabled, that she can't really stand or leave her house, or it seems like she's at least in a lot of pain from the trailers. And they're going on this sort of mission to find him and presumably kill him or harm him. And they're running into all the people that he's wronged or people that he is still in collaboration with. And it just seems really interesting and new and fresh. Again, female leads, a revenge plot. I love a revenge plot for a female lead. And I'm excited. I think because it seems to be a mostly Black cast, and I don't know who the director is, but I will be sure to list all the directors below for this video or the several videos I'm going to make. But I'm excited. Maybe it'll be a part of like my Black film series. I'm excited about it, and hopefully it doesn't have limited release. So yeah, see you later. Bye.